Hey y'all. It is a beautiful fall day today. The weather is really nice and I'm going to be outside for just a little bit, but the frost is coming. They're saying that probably, what is today? Today is November the 8th, and tomorrow night into Monday morning, they're saying we should get our first killing frost that's going to kill some things off. First hard frost. So what I'm going to do today is, one, I'm going to go around and just look at some things that still look real pretty, like those black magic petunias. Oh my goodness, they ended up being so beautiful. I was a little hesitant when Wyatt picked them out back in the spring, but they ended up being so beautiful. I just want to capture some of that. And then there's some things that we're going to harvest, some herbs and things, and then I'm going to get them in the house in the dehydrator. We've got some things planted that, the frost is actually going to be good for. Make them taste sweeter, kill off some of the pests that might be on them, or those kinds of things. But then there's some things that we need to enjoy because they're probably coming to an end. I thought there might be a squirrel in this tree up above me because I could hear it, but I think it was just some of the leaves falling. And then towards the end of this video, if this frost does come like they're saying, I'm going to get some clips of it and include for you as well, because the frost is beautiful. It's hard for me to see it coming, to know it's coming, because I love summertime so much, but it's beautiful. The frost can be beautiful. It's a change, kind of moving towards taking a rest, in a sense. You rest in one area of the homesteading life, but it kind of switches over to some different things. But anyway, it's a little hard for me to know it's coming, but at the same time, it's a beautiful thing. So towards the end of the video, if this frost comes like it's saying, I'll get some clips of the frost for you as well, and kind of let you be a part of this kind of change of seasons-ish around here. I've just been so impressed by these flowers. We planted them in the ground here at the bottom of our hummingbird feeder, and they have just been so pretty. The marigolds have as well. Some of them look like they're dying a little bit, but there's some that still haven't bloomed. These have really shone out though, these petunias. With the cooler weather here, we are so happy to have this BALI Outdoors fire table. It was shipped right to our door and was very easy to assemble. I had this fire table put together in about 30 minutes. The instructions were very clear and easy to follow. There are instructions through words as well as pictures, which I really appreciate, and very few steps. There were 10 steps to putting this fire table together, so it came together very, very quickly. The top is ceramic tiles, which makes it very sturdy to set food or drinks on, as well as easy to wipe down. And there are these beautiful blue glass rocks that you can add to the top, and it makes a very pretty ambiance once the table is lit. You'll get to see that in just a moment. You connect a liquid propane tank to this table. There's an easy to access door on the side, and then your fire table will be ready to go. This table really does help create a beautiful environment in your outdoor space. It has that protective cover that you can put over the top when it's not in use. Simply remove it and light the fire table very quick and easy, and you can enjoy the flame and the warmth in the cooler days. Our family has really enjoyed sitting around this fire table, watching the sunset and spending time together. The kids couldn't wait to roast some marshmallows over the fire table, which makes that quick and easy. We don't have to light a big campfire every time we want to roast marshmallows, so that's been nice. Make sure you check out the Black Friday deals that Bali Outdoors will be offering. I'll put a link down in the description box to their website so you can go check out their fire tables, their smokeless fire pits, and everything that they have to offer. Just a little peek at broccoli and carrots. Cabbage. David also planted some ryegrass out here kind of around the fire pit area in these pine trees and all, and it's starting to come up, and it will be beautiful. It will give us something green to look at for a while. We planted all of our garlic a couple weeks ago. It's doing really well. And I'll tell you too, let me see if I can find, oh, I see one already. The purple top turnips are getting to be a good size, and I have been pulling them up, and I like to eat these raw. Y'all, oh, there's an ant, don't bite me. I like to eat these raw. They remind me of a mixture of like the core of a cabbage and a radish. Kind of in between that. And I love both of those things raw as well. So I like to cut these up and snack on them. They're good roasted. I'll also cut them up if I'm making a pot of greens and put some in that. When I've made turnip green soup, I've cut some up and put them in there. But I like them raw. So this will be my snack. I've already been trying to do what I can with basil and lemon balm, but I'm going to get some of this in the dehydrator today. And then there's a few things out of the Greenstalk that I'm going to go ahead and put in the dehydrator as well. Specifically cilantro. It's another one of those things that we've really been eating on a lot lately. But I'm going to go ahead and put some of it in the dehydrator.
Oh, my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know. And with the winter comes the ice, the snow. But I'm here to...
Been getting a pretty good bit of things done in the kitchen today. Just cleaning up the kitchen. Still got some to do. And then got some yogurt going in the bread machine. Love making yogurt in the bread machine. It's so easy. It regulates the temperature for me. It just does a really, really good job on making yogurt. So got some yogurt going. And now we're going to get the dehydrator running. And it'll probably stay running for a little while because I'll probably do a couple rounds of some of these herbs. And then I have another project I'm excited about. It includes beef liver. Stay tuned. Just look at this. This lemon balm is so pretty. It's just done so well. It's overflowing its little container here. Some people told me, oh, that lemon balm is going to take over. And I know it definitely can, especially if you plant it in the ground. But putting it in this container usually seems to work pretty well for me. And what I'll end up doing is cutting some of these things all the way down to the ground. I already did the mint and it started coming back, but I'll leave the roots in there and some of this stuff will come back for me next year. But putting it in these containers kind of keeps it contained to its area. It is starting to overflow it though.
No, my love, don't worry about the cold just yet. The trees haven't started to shed. Just feel the summer sun as it warms our bed. I'm lying, and I'm lying when I say I'm not afraid.
I'm arranging everything on the racks that go in my dehydrator. I have a dehydrator now that has a door with these rectangle racks that slide in it. You can put multiple racks in it. I really like having this style dehydrator, and what I like the most about it is that I can adjust the temperature. So with herbs, you want to dehydrate those at a lower temperature, between 95 and 105 degrees, so that you don't damage the oils or medicinal properties that your herbs might have. Helps really retain the flavor in them. So I am spreading these out on my racks. I do have a few of these, that white liner that you see there. I have a few of those that I'm going to use especially for things that might fall through the rack once they start to dry, like the cilantro. And I'm going to dehydrate these. Now, I started it at 95 degrees and went about 12 to 14 hours at the 95 degrees, and my lemon balm was pretty much dry. The cilantro was pretty much dry. My basil, it took a lot to get this basil dry. So I actually ended up turning the temperature up. The next setting on my dehydrator is 104, so I bumped it up to 104, went for a few more hours, and as things dried, because some of them did get done quicker than the others, the lemon balm, the cilantro took less time than the basil. So as things were done, I just pulled them out of the dehydrator and let the other stuff keep going. Just being patient, giving it time to do its thing and dehydrate. Again, not wanting to crank the temperature up too high, and just give it some time. And you'll see in a clip, I just pulled things out as they got dry, and then actually, it was a couple of days later when I went to put them in jars. And you'll see for the lemon balm, I believe that's what I got a clip of putting in the jars. I left it bigger, because in bigger pieces, I just kind of crushed it with my hands a little bit, or with the back of a spoon, a wooden spoon, so that I can use it in teas. And then the cilantro, where I wanted it much finer, I don't think I got a clip of this. I wish I had. I'll show you a clip of the finished cilantro. But what I did was I put it in, I have a small blender, and I just pulsed it a couple of times, and it got it really nice and fine, so that I can use it to sprinkle on top of dishes or to add into dishes, however we decide to use it. Also, what didn't fit on my dehydrator, I tied and hung it upside down to dry, and that works beautifully as well. It's a couple of days later now, and I doubt you can see it because it's just the smallest amount, but it is snowing. There was not a lot of frost on things this morning because of the wind, but it is so cold. It was in the 20s this morning, has warmed up into the low 30s, but very cold. I'm shaking. My body is not used to this yet. This feels more like our January weather than our November weather, for sure. But I had to hop out here real quick and show you. Even though there wasn't a lot of frost, I do see damage from the colder weather. And oh my, it is cold. You probably can't see it, but there's just the smallest amount of snow flying through the air. I noticed there's a lot of things like out towards our brush pile. A lot of that looks different today. The basil, because of the high moisture content in it, it has some damage. But it's just, you know, when it's been so warm and then it turns so cold and you see snow. So what I am putting in my jar right now is the lemon balm. It dried the quickest for me, by the way. And I'm leaving this in a little bit bigger pieces because I'm going to be using this mostly for teas. And I want it to be small enough that I can store it fairly well, but I also want the pieces to be big enough that they don't try to come through my strainer in my tea or anything like that. So I'm just gently breaking these up and putting them in my jar, and then I'll write on the lid what it is, and that's what I'm going to do with all of these herbs that I have dried. I wanted to show you, here is that cilantro that I mentioned putting in the blender and pulsing it a few times just to make it smaller. I just have this in a bag right now because I'm going to get me a shaker jar to put this in. But that's the cilantro and the basil. It's nice and dry. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to go ahead. I have a shaker jar for it as well. It's an old basil shaker that I had. I think I'm going to pulse this in my blender as well and put that in that shaker. I'll show you this yogurt because I mentioned it earlier in the video. When it was done, I just put it in my jar and put it in the refrigerator. I know, I'm working on it. Do you want some blueberries in it? I did not strain this or anything, y'all, and it is just super thick, beautiful yogurt. This is for Fletcher, and his favorite way to eat yogurt is with some frozen blueberries in it. Here you go, buddy.
Blueberries.